Happy Thursday, everyone. Oh, look at the skies. It's gray and gloomy, and it's almost 9 o'clock. And yeah, that's what the skies look like. Hi, Bo. This is my dad's dog, Bo. He's a sweetheart, but he's wet, so I'm not going to pet him. He's his outside dog. Supposed to be a guard dog, but he's very friendly. Well, he's actually very shy to strangers, but he's very friendly to his people. Aren't you, Bo? You're very friendly to your people. But anyway, I've been in a dilemma the last couple of days because this weather is the exact same weather we had yesterday. And they were calling for showers on and off all day. And I really didn't know if I should let these chicks out in their yard because they're not smart enough to get in out of the rain. I did leave the door open and the light is still on, so it's warmer in there. And some of them are in, and they know how to go up and down the ramp. And then right where they're laying along the edge of the building, that stays dry because of that big overhang. But I was just so concerned yesterday because if they get chilled, if they get wet and they get chilled, they might get sick and die. And I'm like 2 weeks away from starting to butcher. And I'm like, if I start losing them now, I will be so upset. If I start losing them now, I probably won't ever do this again. So anyway, I just left them all in the building yesterday. I didn't even let them out at all. And it didn't rain. It stayed cloudy, but it didn't rain. And I was so frustrated by the evening. I mean, the only bright spot was I didn't have to come out here at 7 o'clock at night and shoo them back in. But it didn't rain. And they're calling for this type of weather through Saturday. And I'm like, I can't keep these guys locked up in that building for 4 days. I just can't do it. It's not healthy. They'll end up getting sick from something else. So I just decided today I'm going to take my chances. It is warmer today. It was like, I'm not sure what the temperature is right now. I think 58 degrees. And it's supposed to get up into the 60s. And yesterday it didn't even reach 60, I don't think. So it is warmer today, and I just hope they're smart enough to get in out of the rain if it starts raining hard. If it starts raining hard, I'm going to come out and check on them, and if they're not in the building, I'm going to shove them in and close the door. I just can't lose them. Oh, we're kind of depending on this food for this winter. So anyway, that's the update on the chicks, and they are, I don't know if I said this already, but they are 5 weeks old today, and they are pretty much completely feathered out. And by that time, they're supposed to be able to regulate their own body temperature. So, yeah, if they do get some showers on them today, then maybe that'll make a difference. And they also have this big tree that really does keep a lot of the rain out unless it's just a downpour. So, if we just get a few sprinkles today, I think they'll be fine. A little update on Oliver. I started putting his scratch feet up here closer to the front of the house, and he's got a water pan there. And this is our door that we come in our house all the time. It's actually the side of our house. It's a side door, but this is our main entrance. And Oliver, if you can see the chicken poo on the step, he's decided that corner, Pepper, hush! That corner right over there is where he spends the night. So last night, when I knew it was supposed to rain, I put this, it's an upside down tub, and we had cut that hole out for our chickens to get in the wintertime, out in the chicken yard. Anyway, I put this up on the step and threw some straw in there, and I don't think he used it. Oh, those dogs. They're jealous of me talking to my camera, I guess. But anyway, it's there if he wants to get in it and get out of the rain at night. I don't know if he will ever use it, but just doing my best to care for all these critters around here. Wanted to show you a new addition to my house. This chair and doll has quite a story behind it. The chair was, well, actually both the doll and the chair were my mother's, and the chair has been around for as long as I can remember. I don't know when Mom and Dad got it, but I know at least the last 3 of their children used to sit in this and rock in it when we were toddlers. I don't know about the 3 older siblings, if they used it or not, if they had it at that time. But my mom, several years ago, she recovered it because the backing and the seat cover were, of course, getting worn out. But I don't really know how old this little chair is. It's at least 40 years old, maybe closer to 50. I don't really know. And then the doll, there's really a nice story behind the doll, and I'll tell you that while I'm waiting for my coffee to brew. My mom grew up in Florida. She was born in 1932, I think. I can't remember. In the 30s. So she was born and growing up during the Depression. And her parents were very poor country folks, and they had, my mom is the second oldest of 11 children, so they had a very large family, and they were very poor. And my mom had a doll, one doll, her entire life, the only toy she had. And for Christmases they would get necessities, and they would get an orange, and that was basically all they would get for Christmas. And this one doll that my mom had, she treasured it. I don't know where she got it, how she got it, but it was the only toy she ever had. And she decided that when she got to be about, I don't know, 10 years old or so, she decided she was going to put that doll in her little treasure box, and she was going to keep it, and she was going to let her children play with it when we came along. Well, one day her younger sister was messing with Mom's stuff, and she got into the treasure box and she started playing with the doll. And my mom said, "No, you need to put that back because that's mine." Well, my grandma, I don't know what was her thinking was. I don't know if she was just trying to be mean, or I really don't know the motivation. But she told my mom, "Oh, you're too old to play with dolls anyway. You just let your sister play with that." And so my mom did. She obeyed, and needless to say, the doll got destroyed and lost and torn up. Well, my mom has told that story to us over and over and over and over the years. So about, I don't remember how many years ago now, 6 or 7 years ago, I decided I was going to see if I could find a doll like my mom had and get it for her birthday or for Christmas or Mother's Day. I can't remember what holiday it was for. And so I went on eBay and I searched circa 1930s doll, and I had gotten a really good description of the doll from my mom, and I found this doll on eBay. So me and my sister, my older sister, went together and we purchased this doll for my mom, and we gave it to her, and she treasured it. She said it was almost exactly like the doll she had, only the doll she had was smaller. So anyway, years ago, my mom asked all of us kids, once my mom and dad were gone, what out of the house we wanted, and I told her a couple of things, like her Betty Crocker cookbook that's got all of her notations and stuff in it. I really want that. There's a picture hanging on the wall of my grandmother and my great uncle when they were babies, and it's like a antique type looking picture, and I would like that. And I said, but mainly I'd really like that rocking chair and that doll. And so Mom noted that down. Well, of course, you know my mom passed away in May, but I wasn't going to rush in and take the things that I said I wanted because my dad is still there. Well, I was in the house. I was over visiting my dad the other day, and he has a puppy. He got a puppy a couple of weeks ago, and that puppy is crazy. She's very feisty. She's terrier. She's a terrier mix, so she is very rambunctious. She chews everything, you know, typical puppy stuff. Well, my dad was really afraid that the puppy would tear up this doll, and it was very special. It's a very special thing. So he had it put up, and I just kind of reminded him, well, you know, Dad, you know, I told Mom that I wanted that doll someday. And he's like, well, just take it. Just take it and the chair, take it now, because I don't want it to get torn up. And he got all emotional and everything. So anyway, here's my doll. That was my mom's. And I asked Mom what she named her doll, and she couldn't remember. She said, I think I just called it Baby. So here's Baby. So this is today's breakfast. My cup of coffee and some overnight oatmeal, and this happens to be peach flavored. That's why I bought the organic canned peaches from Whole Foods the last time we went into the big city. And for my new subscribers who have not seen the video, I did a video on how to make this overnight oatmeal, and I will put a link to it in the description box below. And you should give it a try because it is delicious. So I'm going to go enjoy this breakfast, and then we got to get on with our school day. I have not introduced you to the newest member of our family. This is Olivia's guinea pig, and she named him Ludo. And if you're familiar with the movie Labyrinth, that's one of the characters in that movie. But a few weeks ago, it might be a month ago now already, her hamster Floyd died. He was old, and hamsters don't live very long, so he had a long, good life. And of course we were all sad, and because everybody loved Floyd. And my husband, something I never knew about my husband, we've been married almost 23 years, but I discovered that he has a soft spot in his heart for guinea pigs. Apparently he had one when he was a boy, and he, when Floyd died, said, we need to get Olivia a guinea pig. So a couple days later, we were at the pet store and we got Ludo here. And he is so sweet. We just love him. He is so sweet. We love his crazy hair, and he makes cute little noises, and he's just a doll. I don't know if you can hear some of the noises he's making. But now it's like, man, I want a guinea pig now. But honestly, I don't have time. I don't have time for anything else. But someday I'm going to get myself a guinea pig. Okay, so we're taking a lunch break from school, and I'm going to come out and check on the chicks. It's kind of misting out here, so I'm just going to see what they're doing. See if they're being smart or if they're being stupid. Oh, I will be glad when they are in the freezer, simply for the fact that I don't have to worry about it anymore. Now let me turn this camera around and you can see what they're doing. Well, it looks like they're doing fine. It's really only just slightly misting out here, so it's not even really doing much. And they do need more food, so I needed to check that too. You guys eat ridiculous amounts of food. Do you realize that? You eat ridiculous amounts of food. And why are you dorks over there in the one spot that's not covered at all? Quite a few over here where it's dry, and a few inside the building. They're the smartest ones. Alright, well, I'm going to get these I'm gonna get these guys some food, and then I'm gonna go in and get my lunch. Look at them, acting silly. Oh my goodness, what silly creatures. There's actually quite a few that are inside the building, so that's makes me feel like maybe they are smart enough to come in out of the rain if they really want to. So, you know, I still got the heat light on, so it's a few degrees warmer inside. So, oh, I just need to learn to not worry so much. I wanted to show you this new addition to my fall decor. This candle I got at Bath and Body Works, and that was in my Bath and Body Works haul. And I don't know if you can really see this tray very well, so let me turn the light on. I wanted to show you the effect with the light off and the candle burning. I think it's really pretty. But let me turn the light on so you can get a better look at this silver tray. Maybe you can. At our co-op, they have what's called a share table. And it's just where people, you know, they have things that they don't want anymore, that they would ordinarily just take to Goodwill and just get rid of. They bring it to the co-op and they put it on the share table. And then whoever wants to can browse on the table and pick things up and take them home. And then whatever's left at the end of the co-op day then gets taken to Goodwill. And I have found some really neat things, mostly clothing items for my kids, but I did find this tray, and it doesn't say on the back what material it's made out of, but it does say that it's hand hammered, and it's got all these fruit on it. Like there's a pear and cherries and grapes and vines and, well, that's an apple. Oh, there's an apple, and that's a pear. And I just thought it was really, really pretty. And so I thought it would make an excellent candle holder. And I've got these little acorns that are just, they're faux acorns. And I got these at Big Lots a couple years ago, or I think it was last fall actually. And so I just put those in there. And then I put the candle in the middle. And I haven't decided yet if this is going to be an exclusively fall decoration or if I could make it go at least into winter as well. Change out the candle to a winter scent and then put little pine cones or something in there. I haven't really decided. But I really like this tray that I got, and it was free. This is my lunch today. It is leftover vegetable soup that I made in the crock pot on Tuesday. And it's really yummy and very easy to make. Someday I might share the recipe. we are having chicken and rice. Technically, I usually use chicken, but I didn't have any chicken, so it's technically turkey and rice. But you just mix it all in the rice cooker, and you set the timer, and a few minutes, well, 45 minutes later or so, your supper is done. And so what I have in the rice cooker is 2 cups of brown arborio rice, organic, I got from Costco. And to that, you're going to add 2 cans of chicken broth. And I use the low sodium kind. And then the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of onion, but instead of using fresh onion, I'm going to use dehydrated onion. So I'm only going to put 1 tablespoon in. And it also calls for a 4-ounce can of green chilies. Well, all I've got is a 7-ounce can, so I'm going to use about half of this can. I would just put the whole thing in, but my family doesn't like things very spicy. Even though these are mild, sometimes they complain. So I put about half a can, and the rest I'll just put it in the refrigerator, and we can use it on taco salads or whatever. And then I'm going to add the ground turkey that I have fried. Now, you can put whatever meat you want in this recipe, but you just have to make sure that it's pre-cooked, okay? That rattling in the background is Olivia doing dishes, so sorry for the background noise. But as I was saying, you can use whatever meat you want, it just has to be pre-cooked. That's just for safety reasons. You don't want to make anybody in your family sick, that's for sure. Now, I'm not going to add any salt to this because we just pre-salt, or I don't pre-salt much of my cooking. We just salt it individually how we like. And then the last thing I'm going to add to this is 1 cube of this crushed garlic. So you just give it a good stir. You close the lid. Oops, sorry I bumped you guys. And then you just start your rice cooker, however your rice cooker works. Now, I suppose if you don't have a rice cooker, you could do this recipe on the stove, basically the same way. So anyway, in 45 minutes or so, our supper will be done, and at that point, I'll bring you back and show you what my plate looks like. So this is what it looks like when the rice cooker is done, and I'll dish up my plate and then show you what my plate looks like. This is our supper tonight. Turkey, or ground turkey and rice made in the rice cooker, and broccoli. Friends, I think I'm going to close this vlog out here. It's getting kind of late, and I know it's going to take me quite a while to get this all edited. I just got back from taking Travis to his Taekwondo practice. It's been a long and productive day, I think. I got quite a bit done. And I don't think I mentioned that around 3:30, 4 o'clock, it started raining pretty heavily outside, and so I was worried about my chicks and being anxious about it, and so I peeked out the window and I saw that most of them had gone back in the brooder house on their own, and the rest were crowded up underneath that overhang. So they do have enough brains to get out of the rain. But I went ahead and put them to bed early tonight because I'm having to go take Travis to Taekwondo and everything, and by the time we get home it's almost dark, and so, but anyway, now I know tomorrow I can maybe not be so anxious and just let them out, and if it rains, they have enough smarts to get out of the rain. because tomorrow's weather is supposed to be like today, and I'm getting kind of tired of the gloomy weather. So anyway, I just wanted to say good night, and thank you so much for watching, and we will talk to you later. Bye, friends.